Yeah.
I want to ride it.
Can I take that one free? I can move it around. Okay. And I could skip this.
Mein Fahrrad spielt an mein Auto, in mein Auto. Ja, das ist mein Name.
I just realized I'm a studio dancer.
Wenn es da vorläuft,
Like, I always had this resistance when it's about site-specific dance in a way that, I don't know, maybe that scares me. Whenever I do, I love it. But I have this some very narrow-mindedness in me which I enjoy. And like, then I think I'm also connected. I feel connected to Steve Paxton. Or like, I think he said something like, for him, conduct improvisation is a studio form. It's a research form, and it's not a social form. It's just kind of seeing what's possible with these two human bodies and put them together. I'm so happy about the clean floor, and sliding, and there's nothing. The inspiration is the body.
I'm happy to be out of the studio. After so many years in the studio, it's nice to be out.
He's like, sorry that I touched you.
You know, something that I kind of understand after so many years is that like things are opposite, but somehow they're both the same. Like touch and not touch. So all the time, like do I do contact or do improv? So tonight we perform, it will be contact or distance. And then I do take people to outside, so it should be like this. And then I understand actually when you do it, never mind if we are here or in the studio, or if we touch it, if you are in.
I just thought that I have this reappearing revelation whenever I figure out how things work the best. Like more like how to start a class or how to build up something. If I really found this is the way, I meanwhile know already that the opposite works as well. I wonder if that's similar like that. I just thought like when I was touching it, I thought like, oh, this is very intimate. I felt like we are supposed to dance somehow, contact, and then I put my hand on your hand or on your knee, and I feel like it's very private. Now that you're moving, it's kind of okay.
Yeah. Now we put the poetry inside. The rhythm of the poetry. It's amazing to be inside this 5 days and to have day after day after day so much expanding and touching, and then somehow you feel, oh, this is actually okay, even if it's low. Yeah, it's quite low. Yes, it's quite fast.
Yeah, I know. I was also kind of shocked.
And then it's amazing that you open and you can start. And immediately it started already.
I mean, this is simple now. Like,
now
now then I feel okay. Now it's kind of dance, whatever that is. But
it's interesting how it feels like we don't know how to start, or I don't know. And it's like, oh, what, how, and then you start and you think, oh, it was so easy.
These moments when I think, oh my god, this must be really heavy. I can like this intensity, the lightness and fullness of weight. And I do so much like not to make people feel this is a hard job to dance under me. And just body surfing, I think like, oh my god, I think this must be horrible. Even though when I'm in the lower role, I don't. I mean,
it's not horrible, but it's when I do this, I think sometimes, oh, it's a bit strange as well. Like suddenly you're sitting. It's amazing when you go outside of the studio that you feel that less is more. So many things suddenly have a lot of meaning. And in the clean studio, it's like, here it's like,
when I do this in the studio, I think this is completely appropriate, like normal. Now here it's still festival, it's kind of okay. It's a little bit too creative, but it's still okay. But then to do the public space,
don't worry,
I feel
we're not that creative.
no. That's what I always
We can be more.
Oh please.
Like we can be a little like sensitive. Like in movie. Now we're being creative. Before it was more sensing, feeling. And this is more like, I think this is creative. I think it's a little bit more trying to be creative.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I always try to teach not to do. I have this phrase, please don't be creative. You too?
Yeah.
It's one of the worst things you can do.
One of the things that I like a lot is just simply to follow someone. The simple thing that you go, and I just need to follow you. And then it can change. This place is great. Just follow me.
Like I found this phrase, following is organizing your body into the proposed direction. Like there's this misunderstanding of following as being the passive role.
I never thought about that because feel like your spine is like king or queen. You go.
One of my disciplines in dancing contact is to stay curious in doing the same things over and over again. Like most of improvisation is repetition, and it's more like the at least not repetition.
Exactly, I felt now when you start to say, how many years I can do this rolling and it's still interesting.
Yeah.
Hundreds of rolling.
But you know these moments when you think like, oh, this is just fantastic. Maybe it feels good, or just because the communication is so rich. Sometimes I think,
Oh no,
I have to roll again, and now I will do this. Ah! Seems to be part of our language.
So,
Composing.
yeah, I heard it in the festival. What's wrong in composing? It's
No.
really fun.
Yeah. But it's like composing just with body. Then I get scared because with the object it's meaningful. It's like playing theater.
Oh, now we compose. Sounds like, and before what we did, it's another kind of composing.
Yeah. But like the parts kind of composing where I feel like very familiar with, and kind of I feel based on the needs of my body, or I don't know. And with objects I always feel like as if I create meaning that I don't really understand or something.
Just that you think you understand the meaning of the body, but you don't understand that as well.
Or maybe I don't have the need to understand. Here I think I should understand what I do.
I don't
Because
try
maybe
to understand.
yeah, but maybe this is the advanced thing.
I mean, I feel that it's nice because it gives some place of you are there, yeah, you are there all the time. But also this place, it feels just different. But I don't need to be all the time here to know you are there. Which is very like children, yeah? Like child need all the time to feel. Is it true?
Yeah, like my child feels like that I have to climb up. And that feels like sports actually.
Too much work for me.
Yeah, I know.
I can do, but maybe.
Yeah, what for? I'm also just working now, whatever.
But I can sit and wait for you. Yeah,
Please.
so this is the dance? Diga. It's so emotional, amazing for me and moving to see like so many people practicing and having such a positive and kind and spiritual and not spiritual, like physical in the same moment. It's really a great thing. And the way that contact bring it, it's really like just gift, and I was happy yesterday in the talk with Karen that she was kind of saying it's practice. It is a practice thing, and can be others as well.
What do you mean can be others? Other practices?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is a very positive one, and I feel it's doing to many people really good, and I'm happy to be part of it. And it is special the way that it's bringing for so many years so many questions all the time. And even people that practice it for so many years still ask these questions and still have like beginner curiosity. Like you told me, it's still, yeah, it's like, this is really interesting.
I just thought like how many different things are practiced in the same space, like in the jam. Like then I also have the question, and what is the core that actually holds it together? That it's not just random. And like I had my answer a while ago, and now I'm not so sure anymore. Like I thought the specific thing about contact is dealing with. I said following the point of contact with shared weight. That's the unique thing about contact, and then you can integrate everything else. So I felt like my support for the contact communities is a technical core element that everything else can kind of just join into. Now when we talk about what are we practicing, in some ways the more important is not I think the physical practice, it's important that it's there. If that falls apart, if that falls away, then it's random what we do. Then if we say it's just about communication. But on the other hand, I think the deepest meaning of what we do is happening, I think, on a different level. That's something about communication or connection.
It's also nice to be in something that's going for so many years, and it's like clear that it exists, and still not knowing what exactly do we bring to the world. I mean that there is so many kind of different points in the same room, and the dance is what holds it together. You can call it the dance hold it together, and then it can live one next to the other in the same room.
Which is strange that it's, in that sense, I think pretty far away from the beginning. So when I think of the roots, where it's so much in the studio and a kind of purely physical exploration, the thing that holds it, in some ways holds it together, is very much also a social part.
Yeah, but still, these people, we are all there in the studio. Yeah. Most of the people are taking class after class after class. It is pretty amazing. This is our whole, most of the time people are in the studio. People really feel, you can say more technical or less, but somehow all class that you go, you will not start with Lex now or Shamani. Nobody is doing it. It's all about the dance. Pretty amazing how people, come from far away to go to the studio, don't see the city. It is pretty amazing. And everything done in a kind way, so it pour out really good out of everybody. And it is kind of, it's tricky to say it, but still there is some healing here, even though that we don't mean that. This society, this place of goodness together, and we're not dealing with being good, we're dealing with the dance, but out of this very good form comes good out of people. Too much for you?
No, not really. In a way, I think it's an integral side effect of the form. Like I was wondering, like, where does this come from? That I also feel the community has all the weaknesses that other communities have, but in a way I feel it's really a good place. It's really good things happen. And then I had the thought that in this very physical thing of this following the point of contact, maybe with or without shared weight, there's so much listening involved, so much, anyway, maybe letting go of the idea what has to happen. With the dealing of the weight, it's so much trust. Can I really trust that someone takes my weight, or am I trustworthy? And on a technical level, I think there's so much deeper human values that I wonder if that's also an originator of something that creates something so, what is it? Healthy, supporting, rich. Now I was just thinking, if we were in a dance mode, I could just put my hand on your hand, like in the beginning. Like this time I didn't do.
Only a little bit. They almost